Kamanam Uli from the OG, and namhlanje it's such an honor to be chilling with the leader of the Born Army movement. And this guy is so multi-talented. He's also a South African Traditional Music Award winner as well, and he has performed all around Africa as well, and in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And he goes by the name of Dr. Bone. Give it up for him. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me, bro. Thank you so much, and salute to your viewers, Lapaya. This is yours truly, Dr. Boninja. Ehlathi bathi umsukulu kamthikazo thikaza intombi ehamba nesoka umgcobhozi wegigze intombi zakamadamfana umafumbe fubela umthami nenyembezi awusuka nini asishiye kanjalo.
So Dr. Bone, tell me about SATMA. And tell me about the day when you actually won an award. You know, I've got a couple of awards myself at home. So I know how it feels like, but I've never won a SATMA before. So tell me, how did that feel like for you?
When we were nominated, I was nominated in my categories, I think 7 or something.
Right.
Hey, but I'm
7 categories. Ilindiland?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was nominated in my categories. The Fagumoya with people.
Right, yeah.
I was competing with people with albums.
Right.
I mean, I had to sing it. It was Fagumoya. Even we best vernacular hip hop what.
Yeah.
I mean, I sing it by my album blah blah. So when we were nominated, it was happening in Eastern Cape.
Right.
It's broke now how are we gonna get there? I was doing my other things. So I couldn't go.
Right, right.
But we've done some campaigning on the ground, and my people got my back. Let's go. Because there was also a category like I was nominated.
Right, same category.
No. Another category. I forgot what it was about. I told them, I didn't even campaign or do anything for this one because you can't go
against your idol.
No ways, But I remember at 2 when I received the call because we couldn't attend. Say Kali. Yeah, it was the best moment for me because that particular category was voted for by a band.
Right.
And bengisangena ngakazinze ngisho ukuzinze egameni yabo, so it really humbled me ukubona ukuthi abantu can go all out and spend their hard-earned money. So it was amazing.
All right, you also did a song, No Chichi Lameng. Take me through that. How did that collaboration go about?
Yo, Vetu, Chichi.
Yeah. Hey, boy.
Like I said, she's one of the people I love and respect. We came, and it was around the time where I don't like abantu abathanda umculo wami to know ukuthi bangigese ukuthi uzokhipha ingoma kanjani. So since nazo noma bengakhuluma ofaka uma certain style and so I was like, let's switch things up.
Exactly, yeah.
Ngikhombisa ukuthi mangabe ngingena la still ngisengagadle enyameni. So it was a song nje manje ukuthi ukhombisa ukuthi you gifted ngalento yabo, it's not ukuthi we are forced.
Yeah. So title of that track is All the Way Up, is it?
All the way.
All the way.
All the way, yeah.
Right.
We go all the way.
Right.
Yeah,
all the way.
Stuff.
Okay, so how did you manage to work with her? Because I know we'll see now she's also a very difficult person to get a hold of. How did you manage to pull that one off?
How difficult to get in pen.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
of course. I recently saw you on social media, man, posting No Zahara. And I'm like, hey, Wandile, is there a way to stop this guy? Because this guy is gone now. And I'm looking at you posting No Zahara. Zahara is so close to you. Hey, man. Yeah. How's your relationship with her? Zahara, do you guys are you guys in contact?
Usisi wami omdala loyana iqhawekazi lela webutaka baba. The chick is gifted mfethu. Like yo.
Right.
Ngimthanda le kujuleni.
Right, yeah. No matter
Sharp
abantu, because we always see on social media people, you know, Uzahara is always at the end of the backlash when it comes to Twitter, and people always talk about her.
I think,
but when you know her in person,
my mistake is to think, and not only ukuthi mistake yenziwa abantu. Not as creatives we do lento ukuthi ilento yokuthi niqhelelana, and then abantu bacabanga ukuthi impilo yomuntu odubile noma osazwa ayihlukile.
right?
We go through the same, and abantu abakhulu noma aba-public eye, it's even worse because ngisho you feel like ngathi ngingakhala namhlanje. You can't. There's so many things you can't do.
But you can't because you got a responsibility.
Yes, there's so many things you can't do. You bottle them inside, and then because the things she's accused of, or like to awutholakala trend ezenza.
Right,
You see them daily strategy people do those things.
Yeah.
So why would you expect someone else ukuthi yena mayezwe ngathi anganatha to the fullest namhlanje fanele anathele ngaphansi kombed? Yabo, come on. You know, yes, there are things ekufanele siyiqaphele because there are people ababukela kuwena and so forth, but mistakes, we all do them, and the most important thing ukuthi after you've made a mistake ufunda.
All right, so I want us to talk about deal, because I remember at some point in time you were signed into a label. Which label were you signed to?
Warner Music Brothers.
And what deal was that?
It was a licensing. We had a licensing with them.
So for someone who doesn't know, I'm Umchito Sedundilane, actually, and I've got music, but I know nothing about a licensing. Can you tell me, Ugotsi, what exactly is the licensing?
I think, in short, the licensing is when you keep your rights to your music.
Right.
They focus mostly on marketing and distribution and stuff. You go now to licensing now, as an artist or the owner of that record label or licensing. Now we are keeping better finally.
Right.
You
push it now.
Push it now. So that's the only difference. You own your music rights, so it's only royalty. Mangabi ngoma yakho gets selected for a campaign and whatnot, whatever guap they decide to give, they talk to you directly, rather than talking to someone else.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like that deal that Prince KB and Nomsaki had on. I can't really remember that song, but I remember Prince KP said that he got 700,000, and Nomsaki got 700,000 because they picked that song. Yeah.
You go to phela kunzinyana ngoba fanele nawe ephaketheni uqini. But yeah, that's what licensing is mostly about.
So when njengomuntu osuke eBackville versus nabo Java nabo Big Zulu siyababona, what legacy would you like to have or to leave endaweni osuka kuyona eBackville?
I've never
curious.
I've never even thought of it.
Oh, it's too early.
I think it's too early.
It's too early.
But Jay, me Nanje Salof, I'm the realest you could find. So ibona abantu abazi ukuthi mangabe sekufike leso sikhathi ukuthi ngikhahlele ibhakeni eyami indaba bayoyixoxa kanjani.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe as time goes on ngicubungulele indaba ukuthi what is it that I want people to remember me for.
Right, yeah. Okay, so you released an EP, Igago. Ne? Who did you work with on this EP?
Igago.
Yeah.
Hey, sikhiphi COVID hey futhi madoda. Uyabona la bengithi nje vote ake umphako.
Yeah.
Abantu abazobedla ihamba idlana because yo iCovid yazi yabukisa ngathi.
Hey mfethu.
We couldn't do
anything.
When we dropped it was that we couldn't market,
promote it, yeah.
Depend on social media kuphela. Hey. So when we dropped here I was like, yo, let me drop a smaller body of work before we get to uvuthondaba.
Right.
Igaku yo ngisebenze nentwana yami la yase Bergville uGrenade.
Right.
Ngasebenza nendodakazi yolahleko, she's an amazing poet. Mhlambe kumbonela go social media. Uyavutha phe. Ngalanda ulungelo.
Right.
Ngalanda musicaholic.
Right.
Ngalanda inkabe yami lapha umnqobe yazo. Unkosi ke umfoka Gasa. Wakhalisa lapha wakhalisa. Yeah.
You've always worked with Unkosi, even on your previous music. Inle chemistry lenayo. Are you planning on at some point in time to change your producer and work with somebody else?
Like, I think in the ebalekile mangabu you've seen this Emeliga and stuff, yabo. You must have an in-house producer. And Ugasa for some weird reason. Now I was producing for myself. I was making my own beats. And we had wrong touches because every beat he came up with, it was exactly what I explained and what I wanted.
Right, yeah.
And even more. I know, okay, since let me just focus on writing in me again. And it's billionaires as senas over the years when it comes to Ikaku. I am Ikaku.
Yeah.
When it comes to mixing the engineering side of it.
Yeah, I'm saying Zakwe shy.
Sigesa I was in studio lapha engisisho kuno engineer laba phethe ama degree. Hayi wabashiya bekhalisa ukuhambisa. Ahamba udlala Ikaku on Apple Music.
Right.
And play any American hip hop album.
Yeah.
Standard.
Have you had people wanting for you to change the style of Sako, so music, because the track that you did with Ujijila Main was completely different to the music that you've made in the past? So have you had a pressure of people wanting you to change your style of making music?
Angaze ngibe naleyo pressure ngoba ngisho kwawona bebayazi udaba ukuthi mina ngithi I don't have an issue with trying new sounds, like we did about Gigi, like we did with Musicaholic. That's this other sounds we're still gonna experiment now. But Masuti, let's go fully. There was an idea of me doing a piano,
Maybe you should. Yeah.
No. I'll do a feature.
Right.
Maybe if I was to be featured on a piano track, I could do a track even, but not to you could find the Ingome piano album. It's the genre is amazing. Artists are doing amazing work, but not to sing. Finally, we made into ungabi. Because what happens if in 3 years from now, piano
something else.
Usuba yini wena manje?
Yeah, I know.
Isimuka nashandisa.
I know. I
get it. Mazia
na flip flopper. Okay, I know. I definitely get you. Right, let's talk about the collaboration that you did with Musicaholic. What a song, and I think each and every South African should really listen to that song, especially in the morning, because it puts you in that mood. Which as in, let me go and work. So what inspired that?
Look, like when I'm ulandele umculo wami, uzothola ukuthi mina mntaka baba I'm into lo shuno ukuthi masiphelile ingoma kube khona okuncane osala nako engomeni. That's why kulezinye izinto ngibuye ngingakwazi ukungena kahle ngoba kufuneka ungashinthetheni, yabo. So it was during COVID. Siku level tonton, we can't do anything. When you log on Twitter, you see abantu bayakhala, they're jobless. Especially young people, graduates are stuck at home, ama degrees. Aselalele uthule endongeni. Ayika ngisayiphathi ke thina abaculi ke nje thina sesigcende igceke emakhaya. There's just, it's bad.
Yeah.
So I called Music and Gabi. Let's work.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
Ulo XY's produced that beat.
You can tell that it's XY.
So uyabuza kulo uthi sikhuluma ngani. Yabo. Phela uyazi naye ukuthi angithi ngilo shuni.
Yeah.
Wenkeshembe.
Yeah.
Ngithi mina nkabi yami asitholi abantu abasale na something mase siqedile. Hayi nkabi yami ngiyitshela ngakanye. Hayi wavele
that hook.
Wavele. You know when he sent me the first time he grabbed, I
got
called because he wasn't sure. He wasn't sure. When I heard it, amen. Mina, and whenever I work with artists and because I can be very difficult at times because you are being perfectionist. So the idea was to make sure that especially abantu abasha ukuthi njengoba eshethi angeke kuze kuhlale kunje futhi ngeke kuze kuhlale kunje ngempela. We need to understand ukuthi kuba mnyama kakhulu mangabe sekuzokhanya. Yes, asazi kuzokhanya nini, but eventually kuzokhanya.
Right.
So asingafiki kwi state where ithemba sesilahlele eminyango ngendlela esimanga, because I think ithemba lilahlwa ngedoti. I think mangabe usewumuntu usenethemba usaphila lapho mntaka, but once you get to a state where kwathemba lisekho kusuke sekonakale kakhulu. So it was ingoma ukuthi asizame nisiphusheni whatever ongakwazi ukukwenza ukuze kukwazi ukuthi kukususe from A kukubeke ku B. Kwenze uhlalele ethembeni wazi ukuthi kuzokhanya.
Hayi ngoba mase ulahlele ithemba kusuke sijumpile simashile. So Utsemwe, what goes into your creative process? Do you receive a beat? Do you get a beat, listen to a beat first, or you come up with a melody yourself? What goes into that process?
It's beat first.
Right.
I ngize nama melodies athize if ingoma izoculwa, and then I write my verses. I can't write without a
so you can't write without the beats. You need the beats first.
I can't, because my flows are mostly on how the beat goes.
Right.
So
right,
I like to change them as a beat ihamba. So once ngabhala beat ingekho, then I get a beat shonale inhlaka. So yeah, I get a beat first.
So for someone who's sitting in Lindelane right now and who's an artist, and when you've been signed before, you've had a deal before, and you know, I wanted to ask you, to what do you prefer, man, being independent or being signed? So for someone who's watching in the township and someone who's creating music, what would be the best or the advice that you can give those
The
kids?
best advice ever is to be independent. But how do you say go independent to intwana somewhere lapha eBergville noma eNanda, whereas as soon as you walk into a studio, money is required one way. So yes, the best way to go about it is to go independent, but it's very difficult to go independent.
To do it,
ungena backup financially.
Yeah.
So the best way is to have a strategy. Okay, maybe in 5 years, I want to go independent.
Right.
Now, when usafuna look for a deal, ezoba closer to what you want.
Right.
Negotiating and ube satisfied, and then you work on that. Because when you're just gonna go, you can't go independent. It requires a muscle.
Yeah. So, and you gotta have that following as well.
Make sure the brand is clean. While you're building your brand, we save money. In order for so you wanna go independent, you have something, and then you can go into licensing deals where you go 50-50 with these record labels, because
So tell me about some of the challenges that you faced, you know, and you know, especially, like, I want you to tell me about the challenges that you faced when you had a deal, and I want you to tell me about the challenges that you currently face now.
Mina ama challenges engibe nawo angengiqamanga mina no wona I know. Sinje.
Right, right.
Ama challenges engibe nawo were challenges abantu abaku industry. Yabo.
Bekuvalela ngaphandle.
Eh
The gatekeepers of the industry.
Yabona, it's very painful, yabo, to go to France and be praised ngesound yakho no music nani yabo, and then you come back home
And you're not
when
praised
you
here.
submit, forget about the laba abathenga umculo, those ones were cool,
Yeah.
but those abakuma position where umculo wakho fanele usabalale endaweni ethize. Yabo, so for instance, I submit a song like Inoma Bengakhuluma, yabo, on a national station, and you are told you too African, no, isintu.
Yeah, yeah.
How can I be too African in my own country? Like, I understand.
Yeah.
Why should I be American?
Mm.
Whereas, when you get to America,
People want to listen to,
once
people
you
are
sound
interested
like
in our
them,
stuff, yeah.
bakubuzwa kuphi?
Yeah.
Yet bakuzu sound like them.
Right, yeah. Right.
So that's why we can't keep up with Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, by totally sound, they be flatter everywhere.
Right.
How can we export our music and compete with Nigerians glacier stage on an international level? Mangabe kwasekhaya la umculo wethu okufanele ngabe kubangwa ngawo kakhulu umsindo. Kuzothiwa no awuthi ku-808 la.
Right.
Bese ufaka abambalo.
Yeah.
Yabo, so ilapho la ngathi khona mina ngike ngathola ama challenges kakhulu kuona. But yeah, it is what it is. As long as the main focus kimina was to make sure ukuthi I find a place in people's hearts, and I shame ngihleli cabalala. To every person that has managed to listen to my music, and ngithola indawo yami ngihlala, and that's the most important thing to me. Ukuthi okunye ke kwenzakala kanjani, gogo sebeyokubona.
I sebeyobona of it. And I gotta say, man, Mina, knowing you in person, and I know some of the things that you've done. I also know that you've had a campaign at some point in time where you were collecting books because you wanted to do something for a library. So how's that coming along? Are you still doing that?
That thing, mfowethu, hey, it failed. Okay, the idea is still there, it's still standing, but I still have amabhuku amanye engihleli now. The idea was to go back to primary yami engafike ngafunda kuyona la eThekwini.
Right.
Esandla sonke. And build them a library. Phindele eBhekuville sibavane, build a library. And then from there, bese yasabalala, because I think wethu mangabe ubhekisisa, that's why nezikole zethu lezi, there's so many things ezenzakala right now in our communities ezithatha i-attention yabantwana away from ukufunda.
Right. Yeah.
So having a library futhi efence, yabo, that was my ultimate goal, ukuthi ingane mayingena lapha ifile ngathi ngangaphuma.
Right. Yeah.
So I spoke to the principal, wangikhombisa indawo, and then we were hit with level 5.
Right. Hey,
and all because yes, I was going to go out there and saw some sponsorship, abanye ama-computer, amanye for ukwakha, like I had people who came, but designer, ilokucha. So when level 5 came,
it set you back.
It took us like 100 steps back, because even the people that were going to sponsor, are still trying to recover from but that is something that I'm going to do. And I hope ukuthi izinto zami zizohleka ngendlela engifuna ngayo ukuthi lama library akwazi ukuthi abe success.
I know, we definitely, Mr. President of Uli country, because we need to help this man build a library for the kids. All right, as khulumeni ngasibuyeleni la kule album, how is it doing igagu sales wise?
Igagu mfowethu ngengicama manga lenze better than I expected, but we haven't reached gold.
Right.
So
Yes. So tengani bafethu, tengani.
anithi igolide lapho. But yo, I think we nailed it, lan. Yabo. You're going to a lot of interviews, you do them telephonically. TV interviews are limited. Yeah. So working under COVID, it's a bit tricky. But I want to thank each and every one of what was the streaming. The Ikaku.
Yeah.
There's so much happening. Right now, Spala,
So I was just about to ask you, what's next for you? You know, you've been releasing music, collaborating with these different artists. What's next for you, Manch? Acting, acting, Klambe.
Yo, I want they've been saying I must take, because I do, there's something I do, I must kids,
right.
No, Chris, see for again, see Kangel. Actually, how we started doing those skits was, I used to, acting, you know. I just forgot small. So one day he came up with this idea, because he always has these ideas.
Right, yeah.
And then we started shooting these things, and they go viral, and everybody's like, yo. So nami ziyangenza ngabona ngathi.
Yeah.
To find and all that, it's camera action.
Right.
So yeah, it's something I'm actually working on it right now, doing a lot of acting, but because I respect the industry and the people who are inside the industry, I'm ngisaykeleza ngendlela, you know, so that when you come through ngabe ngathi, oh yabo,
I like that one.
You need to respect the people abangaphakathi bangathi because ngiyarap no mhlawumbe umculi
uzoyimikisa manje kubona
so ufuna ube YouTube babone ukuthi no actually uyithema ngabe ikunqoba lento la ikunqobe khona wayithanda, and then you made an effort ukuthi you understand what is it all about and how to perfect it. So I'm perfecting it right now.
You know what's my favorite skits that you've done? Unblock face. Unblock face. Unblock. That was really hilarious. And Lomchita Law that you usually partner up, I always see him on TV. I think I've seen him on Isbaya as well. I think I've seen him on TV a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I've also seen you Mefigures Okbega Lapagini and Umnchugul. How close are you and some of the actors? Because I also saw you posting Nengi actor or a hostel at some point in time.
No, I'm a cow now. These are my boys. That's one. We go way back, way back. No, Chris. No, to Tabula.
Right, to Tabula.
We go way back. We go way back.
So are you going to venture into acting at some point in time?
Not some point in time. Right now, this is something that I perfect time.
Right.
I'm working on it as we speak. So yeah, I am looking into taking that route.
Okay. So music and acting, which one would you pick?
How?
I know, but music.
No.
Acting.
I'd pick creativity.
Yeah, you sound like a politician now, not giving me a straight answer. If you were to pick one.
I'm a creative, you never know who's excited with what
right, yeah.
But of course, music, it's my first love, because even when I got to a point where I was told that I could act, I was doing music.
Right, yeah.
So until I get to a point where maybe my acting career has gone to a certain point, I'll go back and revisit it. Which one is this one? Yeah.
All right. I recently saw you posting on social media. You're looking for you were asking your fans which artist would you collaborate with now, and I saw a lot of people giving you feedback on social media. But when personally, imapama artist out 3 that you would like to collaborate with, since you've done with Zakwe or Musicaholic or Chichila Main, who's next?
Baning, kodwa ngoba uthe 3.
Cha ngine 3.
Bafethu kuthiwe 3.
Right.
Ethi ngawe kuthiwa hawu. Kuthiwe 3.
Right.
So I'll pick u3 lo nofika emqondweni.
Yeah.
No, kusenesikhala esikhulu. Sikhulu isikhala esikhona lapha ngeinsizwa zangakithi.
Right.
Yabo. So ikona ukuthi angakazi noma fanele sidibane at once or
Endaweni
sihlukane
eyi-one.
sihlukane ngokwemicu.
Yeah.
So I would really love to do something with uJama. Usijava kaJama naye inkabi lapho uBig Zulu. Yeah, and
That's true, the third one.
Imapela. Okay. Ake ngilande lapha iqhawe no uThandiswa wami usisi uThandiswa Maswayi.
Legend.
Khona ingoma engayibhala lapha efanele yena. One day.
Right. One day is one day.
I know one day.
Aye. I know. I was ngifisela inhlanhla.
Angithi yabo ama features ama a tricky kanyani. I want to be obvious.
Yeah. You can't really tell ukuthi uzocollaborate nobani.
Because when you like uThandiswa.
Man, I would love to see that, a combination of you and Thandiswa Mazwai. I think that would be awesome for ama-fans akho. All right, first ngicela ukubonga kakhulu for taking your time and coming through and to our space. And ngikufisela konke okuhle mtaka baba, and I wish you all the success emhlabeni. Continue being an inspiration, continue and raising the bar in terms of ilindelane and putting ilindelane on the map. So Mina and the team that I have, we've got so much respect for you. And we wish you all the best, and whenever kukhona indlela esingakupporta ngayo yabo, don't hesitate to shout. And that campaign yamabhuku, I don't want that to stop. I want that to continue. So thank you very much, my brother, for coming.
Thank you so much for
Dr. Paul, ladies and gentlemen, signing out. OG, bye bye.